Hello, guys and gals, and welcome to another episode of Unique Items. Today, we're going to be going over one of the new Malignant Rings, and that is the Ring of the Sacrilegious Soul. That's right, Necromancers, rejoice, because the malignant power that you all knew and love from Season 1 is coming back. They have changed it a little bit, and let's go over the ring together and we'll talk about it. But before we do that, let me talk about where you can get it. So starting November 7th, that's when the patch is going to come out, Varshan is going to be dropping these in both the Eternal Realm and the Seasonal Realm. I don't know whether they drop in World Tier 3. That wasn't discussed. But obviously, if you're going to use this, you're probably going to want to find it in World Tier 4 so you can get it in the higher item power, which of course is going to get more resistances and just better effects all the way around. Now, the ring has poison resistance as its secondary resistance. All rings have all resistance now, but it does have poison. It also rolls with 7.2 to 13.5% lucky hit chance, which is pretty nice for lucky hit builds. Unfortunately, if you're not a lucky hit build, it's kind of crappy. But it also has a pretty hefty amount of life on it, of 559 to 1,211, which I'm sure will go up more if you can find yourself a sweet 925 version. We also have 9 Max Essence, which rolls between 5 to 14, and Maximum Essence is absolutely amazing for the Bone Spear Necromancer, of course. So the Bone Spear Necromancers are probably going to want to grab this ring, specifically because of that 14 Maximum Essence. Now, you can, of course, get that on a regular ring as well, but the fact that it has Maximum Essence on it is definitely going to be nice for the characters that use it. It also has +3 ranks to all corpse skills, and corpse skills are actually pretty decent on the Necromancer. There's quite a few of them, and honestly, they're all pretty nice. In fact, you can pretty much just type like corpse, and you can pretty much pull up all corpse skills. Of course, Corpse Explosion counts as a corpse skill, and Corpse Tendrils counts as a corpse skill. I mean, it's pretty nice. The Corpse Tendrils is honestly one of the really ridiculous skills in the game that's just really freaking good. And Corpse Explosion seems to be used by just about everybody these days, so why not? So it's a pretty nice little bonus there, and I'm pretty sure that when you upgrade that, it's probably going to go to +4, so I would keep that in mind. Now, the special effect is you automatically activate the following equipped skills on corpses around you. Raise Skeleton once every 1 second, which does roll between 2 to 1. Corpse Explosion, which rolls between 2 to 1 and is also 1 second there. And then we have Corpse Tendrils, which is between 16 and 8 seconds. Now, 8 isn't bad for automatic Corpse Tendrils. The cooldown on Corpse Tendrils by itself is 7.96 seconds, which is literally once every 8 seconds. And that's at rank 4. Now, obviously, with the 4 ranks that it's going to give you to Corpse skills, it's actually going to beef that up a little bit, better. And it's probably going to be more like 6 seconds once you get all that said and done. And you can still use the ability yourself, as far as I'm aware. So you should be able to just still trigger the Corpse Tendrils yourself and then also get the automatic use of the Corpse Tendrils. And basically what this ring represents is it's just a Necromancer that doesn't have to worry about casting his corpse skills. The Raise Skeleton is going to happen all the time to help you maintain your army. The Corpse Explosions will happen pretty much all the time to help you maintain those sweet bonuses. Like, for instance, in the Paragon tree, there's quite a few different bonuses that have to do with how many corpses you're currently consuming. I seem to be missing mine. Where is it? Like, for instance, Scent of Death, and then there's also Flesh Eater, which is really nice, which gives you a 40 times multiplier after consuming 5 corpses. So it'll help you maintain those bonuses pretty much all the time, which is really nice. The Corpse Tendrils being once every 8 seconds, I think, is a little bit of a downgrade from the previous version, but it's still going to be often enough that the automatic Corpse Tendrils will go off pretty much all the time in combat. So, I mean, it's not going to be that big of a deal. The flavor text on this says, the mere proximity of a practitioner of such dark arts can rouse the dead and disturb those souls who have earned their rest. Which is very poignant for this particular ring, because, of course, You literally just walk around and it just sucks up the corpses and uses them for whatever means possible. And I have heard nothing but glowing reviews from all the necromancers who used this during season one. They felt absolute pampered, and on top of that, the people who didn't get it in season two, of course, because it doesn't exist in season two yet, have been very upset that they don't have it because, you know, like pampered babies without their bauble, they're a little upset that they don't have it. Well, guess what? Now you get it back. Now, the only downside to this, of course, is that it is a ring slot. And instead of like in season one, where it just simply took a gem slot, now it's going to take one of your aspect slots. So you do have to give up one of your very, very precious aspect slots. Now, this is a problem because a lot of necromancers utilize their 2 ring slots for resource regeneration. Not all, but some. Corpse Explosion necromancers specifically don't really care about resource, and there's a couple other builds that don't really care about resource. But there's a lot of builds that do actually need a large amount of resource regeneration from their 2 ring slots, and so you might be in one of those situations where you're kind of stuck and you can't really utilize the ring. However, the consuming of the corpses will help with your resource regeneration a little bit, though, because if you're utilizing the Fueled by Death or Grim Harvest, I can get 6 essence per corpse consumed, which means that it will be regenerating you if you're using the skeletons and you're using Corpse Explosion. Corpse Central doesn't count, by the way. You should be getting, what, 12 essence per 1 second from every corpse that it returns. Of course, there has to be a corpse on the ground for it to return, so if you're not generating corpses, that could also be an issue. Of course, as a necromancer, you generally want to be generating corpses, though, because of necrotic carapace, which is the main way that most necromancers get their fortify. It's kind of like a whole thing, right? Honestly, though, pretty great addition to the game. We'll have to see how rare they are from Varshan. Obviously, they come from Varshan, but we don't know exactly how rare it's going to be. We may be farming Varshan for days to get that perfect version. You never know. Anyway, as always, I do appreciate you guys and gals watching my videos, and as always, keep watching.